everybody, welcome back to my channel, Low Inspired Living. On this channel I like to talk to you guys about everything fragrance related, everything that makes my life a little bit sweeter and hopefully yours too. If you are new here, welcome. I am doing part 3 today of my countdown to TS12. So if you missed the last 2 videos, I am doing a video on every album from Taylor Swift leading up to the release of TS12, aka The Life of a Showgirl. It is her 12th album. I am a big Swiftie. Love her. If you are not a Swiftie, don't worry. You don't have to be to watch these videos. This is just like perfume recommendations based on the vibe or the color scheme or both of each album, and just a fun way to do some perfume reviews and some quick thoughts of different perfumes in my collection leading up to the release of TS12. If you are a Swiftie though, it is super fun because you get the references and little Easter eggs throughout these videos. So let's jump right in. Today we are talking all about the 3rd album from Taylor Swift, Speak Now. So yes, love Speak Now. I will talk about my favorite songs at the end, but let's jump right into the perfumes. So Speak Now is an album that is very wintry to me. It's like, you know, of course we have songs like Back to December, but just the vibe of it. There's even a song, Haunted, that almost gives Halloween like vibes. It was very much like the original Twilight time. Taylor was even dating Taylor Lautner at this time. You know, so it's an interesting era for sure, and actually it is my Bestie Precious's favorite era. Bestie Precious, her favorite Taylor Swift song ever of all time is Enchanted. So I have to start with this one. So I'm of course gonna recommend Be Enchanted from Bath & Body Works. This really plays off the entire vibe of Speak Now. Like I said, a lot of berries, blackberries, plum, blueberries, all of those rich, dark, deep berry notes definitely give the vibe of Speak Now to me. And this fragrance definitely does. When Be Enchanted was originally released, I definitely feel like they kind of played on the release of Taylor Swift. I don't remember how many years apart they were, but I kind of feel like this came out the same year as Speak Now, and that's happened over time. You'll see throughout these videos, Bath & Body Works has like over time just released things that it's like, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you know, you could just try the fragrance anyway. But I feel like this is definitely one that a lot of Swifties were like, oh my gosh, it's like the Taylor Swift song at the time. So yes, Be Enchanted has iced pomegranate, sugared petals, chilled passion fruit, whipped vanilla, and light musk. I love this when it came out 12 years ago when it first came out, and then it just came back. Thank goodness it just came back for this past summer SAS. It was one of the bringbacks. So I have 2 now, so I am happy to have this back in my collection. I love Be Enchanted. I loved it when it first came out. I still love it now. It's probably one of my favorite scents, and like I said, definitely gives the vibe of this entire album, but of course that song Enchanted, which like I said is my best friend's favorite Taylor Swift song. So super good. And if you want to pair this with anything, honestly all of these perfumes and mists that I'm gonna show you for this specific video, I feel like you could really mix and match any of these mists and any of these perfumes, specifically because this video is very berry heavy. And I love a berry scent, so you can definitely play with any of these combinations. If you have different ones in your collection, like you have the mist I show you and you have a different perfume, definitely give it a try. If you come up with any other combinations, definitely let me know in the comments down below so I can look out for that perfume or mist and try it in the future. But for Be Enchanted, I would pair it with the Sugar Society's Eau de Sucre. So this one is very violet, like crushed violet, so it adds like a little bit floral element to this very berry heavy scent, and it just kind of like it adds to the sugared petals in this, and it gives more of like a haunted forest vibe to me. I love it. I love it so, so much. So this is my first recommendation for Speak Now Inspired. Alright, and then the next one is going to be super obvious because one of the lyrics in Enchanted was, "I'm wonderstruck, dancing all the way home." And Wonderstruck is the name of one of Taylor Swift's perfumes. Yes, she had perfumes at one time, and Wonderstruck was probably her most popular one that everyone loved, and it is one that has been duped many times. None of her other fragrances really have that many dupes that I've seen, but Wonderstruck is definitely one, so I have 2 dupes here to show you. So if you want it in a mist, you can get Wonderstruck from Dirty Soul Soap Company. Now, I love Dirty Soul Soap Company. If you've been here, you know. They also create their fragrances in mini forms. So I have it in the perfume mist. You can get it in an extrait. You can get it in a body wash, a lotion, an oil, I even believe, maybe even scrub. So you definitely check this out on Dirty Soul Soap Company if you love Wonderstruck, and if you've been looking for a good dupe of it in mini forms, check it out on Dirty Soul Soap Company. I absolutely love it. Wonderstruck is one of those fragrances that has so many notes, but it's a very well blended, fruity perfume, and I mean, it is just one of the best celebrity perfumes, hands down, that I have ever smelled. It smells so unique. I think it is because Taylor is a perfume lover, and so when she did have her own perfumes, those were really good celebrity perfumes. Like, I know I'm biased because I love her, but she has like some of the best celebrity perfumes that I had ever smelled, at least at the time, and honestly probably now. I really think, I'm just gonna manifest it, I think she's coming out with another perfume. I really think she's gonna come out with another perfume at some point. But yeah, Wonderstruck is amazing. Wonderstruck has notes of raspberry, dewberry, green tea, freesia, apple blossom, vanilla, honeysuckle, white hibiscus, amber, exotic musk, sandalwood, and juicy peach. And so I have this one as a mist. I also have it in an extrait de parfum form, and I got this one from Okja. So Okja's version of this Wonderstruck DNA, theirs is called Lost in Ink. I did a video comparing all the Wonderstruck dupes, I believe, and none of them completely remind me of how I feel like it used to smell, but also my scent memory is really bad. But I love it. I mean, I think this is the closest that we can possibly get right now, until she decides to come out with her own perfumes again. I would pray that that day comes, but if not, these are pretty good dupes. So I feel like if you are a Swiftie, you have one of these in your collection, or if you're still lucky enough to have the original Wonderstruck, just don't spray it. Just don't spray it, girl. Keep those last drops. Save it till your wedding day, I guess, and get these dupes so that you can have this beautiful berry scent in your life again. But yes, I do enjoy these. If I really, really had to pick, y'all, I'd pick the Dirty Soul Soap Company one. Just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. Alright, next up, I kind of wanted to play off of the vibe of the song Haunted and just some of the other like vibes of this album, maybe even a little bit of Back to December. And you know, again, like I said, it was the Twilight era at this time. Why not recommend Twilight Woods? It was a very berry scent, and it's purple, it's girly, it's girly, but it's also like sultry and mysterious a little bit. So this one is Lush Berry, Sparkling Mandarin, Soft Mimosa, Apricot Nectar, and Cypress Wood. This is a gorgeous scent. I also think, to me, Speak Now is a very, like I said, a very winter album. Which is weird because you would think it's like purple and like fairy tale dress and stuff, but the album just feels very late fall into winter to me. And that is when I would wear Twilight Woods. Now, if I wanted to make this a daytime perfume and brighten it up just a little bit, I would pair Twilight Woods with Sunflower's Dream Petals, which is a Sunflower's flanker. And this one has a lot of juiciness to it. It is very bright and juicy. But compared to all the sunflowers, it has a very fruity DNA. Whereas the other ones are very like bright floral. This one is very fruity of the flankers that I have tried. So I paired these two together, Dream Petals Sunflowers as well as Twilight Woods. So that is my next recommendation. Okay, you'll notice pretty much almost all of these are purple today. Not only for the color, but it just works out like the color usually matches some kind of scent to it. Like obviously if it's violet or a blueberry or blackberry or plum, they're gonna make the packaging purple, and that just kind of fits the vibe of a lot of these. So the next one is another purple one. I picked out Cocktail Dress from Bath & Body Works. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I would pair it with Anna Sui Violet Vibes. Like I said, you can mix and match any of these, so if you have this on your hand, definitely try it with any of these mints. But if you do have Cocktail Dress from back in the day, this one is also really good. It's giving bright, fruity floral, you're at a party, and that kind of vibe. Yeah. These go really, really well together in my opinion. They play off each other really well. So I love wearing this combo together. I'm probably going to be wearing this pretty soon. This is definitely, I would probably wear a lot of these scents in autumn and into winter. So yeah, this is gonna be one I'm reaching for pretty soon here. It's giving party vibes. It almost even gives a New Year vibes. So if you don't have Cocktail Dress, you could use Cue the Confetti that came out last year for New Year's. That would also work really well with this perfume or with any of these. I almost did grab Cue the Confetti. That would work really well with any of these as well. But just in case, if you also have this, remember to reach for your older perfumes, get some good use out of them, and give Cocktail Dress a try if you still have it in your collection. But I absolutely love this one. Alright, before I get to my last two perfume recommendations, I do just want to quickly recommend this one. I mostly am recommending the body care. I do happen to have it in a spray as well. I don't have a matching perfume for it, but if you're wondering what kind of body care you could use to match with these perfumes, I definitely recommend Witchy Hollow Co. Purgatory. This one has vanilla orchid, sugared violet, and sandalwood. So if you're looking for a matching routine, you could definitely go with this one. I would also definitely recommend this Olay Orchid and Black Currant. This one would also go really well with any of these pairings. Alright, we are already at our last two. So this one just came out for Halloween from Pink by Victoria's Secret. It is called Haunt Mess. So here we go again with Haunted. That is one of my favorite songs. I'll speak now. So this one has Dark Blackberries, Midnight Jasmine, and Mystic Woods. I like this one, but it is super, super light. Just saying. But the packaging is really cute. I do like to pair it. I have done this combo a couple times in the day. I paired this one with Sweet Like Candy from Ariana Grande. This one has a blackberry note and a lot of sweetness, so I like these two together, and this one helps give a little bit of power to this one, which is very light. So I do like this combination. Alright, and to wrap everything up in a beautiful bow, it's not a purple bow, it is a pink bow, but I do definitely want to recommend, oh, it's kind of like a maroonish, purplish pinkish bow. I'm going to recommend Bon Bon by Viktor and Rolf. So Miss Taylor is said to love Viktor and Rolf. One of her most speculated perfumes that she's worn is actually Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. I don't have that one, but I do imagine that she has probably owned and worn Bon Bon at some point in her life. But this one is a very caramel, gooey, but still like a little bit fruity because there is some mandarin in here, which don't get scared. It's just a fruity top note, but there's a lot of caramel in here, and it is like a lush autumn winter scent to me, and I would pair that with chocolate amber. So I think this fits the wintry, late autumn, early winter vibes of Speak Now. So I definitely think this combination would fit the vibe quite well. So that was my 6 recommendations of mists and perfumes. 6 times 2 is 12, TS12. There we go for my recommendations for different scents you can try to mix and match and give yourself a speak now inspired moment. So let me know in the comments down below if you have any of these scents, if you like any of them, if this is your favorite kind of profile or not. Also let me know what your favorite song is off of Speak Now. Let me see what mine are really quick. I love Back to December. I definitely do. I love Dear John. I cried to Dear John many times back in the day. I love Haunted. I love Last Kiss. And from the vault, I really loved Electric Touch. Electric Touch was so good. And Foolish One. Foolish One broke my heart. Thank God she didn't release Foolish One back in the day, because I would have been heartbroken. But now listening to Foolish One, I'm like, aw, yeah. Yeah. And Timeless. Timeless was so good. I'm waiting to see someone use Timeless as their wedding song. I will cry if I see someone I know use Timeless as their wedding song. I think the most surprising vault track was I Can See You. That was a wild vault track. That was crazy. But it was good. But it was like, again, whoa. If that really was written during the Speak Now era, I was like, oh, okay. Cool. Alright. Oh, and Long Live. Long Live always makes me super emotional. I always cry when I hear Long Live. It's so good. But yes, Speak Now, again, we're kind of exiting our super nostalgic era. Next time we are going to be entering Red era. And Red is like the first album that's kind of like burgeoning out of young Taylor and entering into older Taylor and, you know, young adult Taylor, let's just say that. So I am super excited to talk about Red with you next time. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Leave me a nice comment and a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!